Oh boy, two classic albums of the hard rock genre where both bands were pioneers in what would become the genre of heavy metal music. Two of their classic albums. And this is going to be kind of a doozy in a way. I'm feeling a little awkward, but I want to go ahead. I'm going to do this anyway. How's it going, old schoolers? You are kicking it old school with Russell JS, and I am your host, Russell JS. Before I get into this video, I just got out of the shower, hence the reason that my hair is pulled up. I just got out of the shower, I just got dressed, and went to get ready to do this video. But before I begin the video, I want to encourage you to, hit that subscribe button, leave comments in the box down below. Nothing negative, nothing hateful, nothing evil. Just nice, cool feedback. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit a like, leave comments, leave really cool, positive comments down at the box below. Now, what two albums am I talking about? Now, both these bands, I've reviewed two of their albums before, against each other. Now, I think I may be going for The Throat. This might be a gut punch to some people. This might be accurate to others. This might end up as a tie, that they're both, that they both tied in score. So just in case, I got George Washington here in the silver form to flip, heads or tails. The two albums that I am going to be reviewing, song by song, album versus album. What we got here from 1970, Black Sabbath Paranoid versus Led Zeppelin 4 or ZoSo or Untitled, whatever. I mean, people call this one either Untitled, ZoSo, or Led Zeppelin 4. But I'm going to go pick at them track by track. We're going to see which of these albums is heavy metal superior. So without further ado, I got my book at the ready. And we're going to do this right now. Led Zeppelin 4 versus Black Sabbath Paranoid. Which album is the heaviest? Which album is more superior? I'm going to go by these bad Oscars with, the songs that I love and why I like them. All right, here we go. Black Sabbath Paranoid versus Led Zeppelin 4, a.k.a. ZoSo or Untitled. Here we go. Number 1, War Pigs versus Black Dog. Now, the sound of War Pigs, just that intro with Tony Iommi bending the strings and Geezer Butler doing his thing with that jazz bass, and the way Bill Ward is hitting the skins on the drums. I mean, it's just, and you hear that war siren going off in the background. Oh, just, that alone, it just brings chills to your spine. Going against Black Dog by Led Zeppelin. Black Dog, that's more of a fast-paced love song. I mean, with, Robert Plant starting off with Hey Hey Ma, in his signature wail, Hey Hey Mama, said the way you move, gonna make you sweat, gonna make you groove. And then there's Page, John Paul Jones and Bonham just going at it, the trio. And, both are really great songs. I love them both. Don't get it twisted. I mean, I'm trying to figure out. Plus, you got with Sabbath, you got Ozzy. I mean, you got the man himself, the godfather of heavy metal himself, Ozzy Osbourne. General's got. I mean, it's a song. It's an anti-war song. It's a protest song. And like I said, both are great. And since I'm having a hard time deciding on which, I'm going to give them each a point. 1 point Sabbath, 1 point Zeppelin. All right, Paranoid versus Rock and Roll. Again, this is the title track to the Paranoid album going up against Rock and Roll. I mean, just Tony Iommi, he's starting on that guitar with that riff, that signature riff at the beginning, that intro, and then the band kicks in with Geezer and Bill, and then Ozzy leading the charge with his vocals. I mean, it became a really big hit for Sabbath. I mean, this is where Sabbath actually literally makes it. And they become rock stars overnight. And the thing is, the song had nothing to do about being paranoid, but people would go around. Tony Iommi said it in an interview, how people would go around, oh, I'm paranoid. You know, they must love that song that much. But it's going up against rock and roll. John Bonham's drum fill at the beginning, that intro of that song. And then John Paul Jones and Jimmy Page kicking it out on the bass and the lead guitar. And Robert Plant. Once again, you know what? Heck it. They're both getting a point. Okay, Planet Caravan versus Battle of Evermore. I love the instrumental in Planet Caravan, but, you know, Ozzy at this point, you can't really hear what he's saying in the vocals. I mean, he's almost as incoherent as you would see him on any of his reality shows. And I love Tony Iommi's guitar. I mean, even that lead, that kind of Spanish riff at the end. But I love Battle of Evermore even more. I mean, I love that. The thing is about John Paul Jones. Jimmy Page is on the acoustic guitar in this, and John Paul Jones is playing like a mandolin. I mean, he was very versatile. And I have to say, the Battle of Evermore is more superior than Planet Caravan, so Zeppelin gets a point right there. Number 4, Iron Man versus... Oh boy, this is going to be an awkward one because... my opinion is going to differ from anybody that watches this video. Oh, this is awkward. This is where it's going to really get good. Remember how I said at the beginning, I'm going for the throat with this one. Yeah, I'm definitely going to go for the throat because it's Iron Man versus Stairway to Heaven. Oh boy. Please, everybody, no matter how this turns out, no hate, no negative comments. Let's just all agree to disagree, okay? I love Iron Man. I love how, again, Tony Iommi and Geezer Butler dogfighting each other. They're dueling each other. Iommi on the guitar and, Butler on the bass. I mean, Stairway to Heaven, it's a good song. I love what the song is about. I mean, it's about another topic I talk about in another, video on this channel. Video topic I talk about on another video show on the same channel. It's a song about narcissistic women who could go ahead and buy their way. They're rich just because they're rich and have a lot of money. They could buy their way into heaven no matter how cruel and snobby they are. And I like the premise, and I mean, my favorite part is that ending part when Jimmy Page does that, solo, and then Robert Plant just jumps, right into it. But because Stairway to Heaven gets, probably beyond way too much airplay on the radio, I have to go with, I'm going with Iron Man. Iron Man wins that one. I know what you all think. Oh boy, he's committing blasphemy right here. But hey, remember, we're all entitled. You see, peace, okay? Peace, everybody. We're all entitled to our own opinion. We're all entitled to our beliefs and how we feel about things. And, if your opinion differs from mine, you know what? Hey, I respect it. I will respect everybody's opinion as long as everybody else, mine and everybody else's opinion is respected as well. Okay, here we go. Misty Electric Funeral. This is where we get to the B side. I don't know if you remember the movie Fast Times at Ridgemont High when that kid was asking Spicoli for pointers on dating. He said, "Whatever you do, do not play side B of Led Zeppelin 4." You know what? The hell with Scipoli, okay, or whatever is Spicoli, okay? I do love side B of Led Zeppelin 4. Those were the better, it turns out those are really the better songs. But we got Electric Funeral versus Misty Mountain Hop. Well, what can I say? I mean, I love I love how dark and disturbing Electric Funeral sounds. And you know, I love how even more bluesier and soulful and jazzy the sound of Misty Mountain Hop. So I'm not going to discriminate. I'm going with both. They both get a point. And so far, both albums are tied with 4 points. So hopefully one of these, I hope it doesn't come out to a tie. Hopefully one of these comes out, as superior. Otherwise, we do have Mr. Washington and, the other end of his silver to determine. Okay, my favorite Sabbath tune, Hand of Doom versus Four Sticks. Well, this is another thing where actually, the Four Sticks, I believe, you see the symbols on that Zeppelin album, ZoSo, and then the 3 other symbols representing each of the band members. Some might speculate that that's what that song represents, the Four Sticks, and some believe that Bonham had that heavy beat because, he used 2 sticks in each hand, hence the term Four Sticks. And you know what? I do like them both. So they both get a point. Boy, this is crazy. It's going to get awkward in the end. Okay, number 7. Rat Salad versus Going to California. Now, I love how folky and bluesy at the same time Going to California by Led Zeppelin sounds with Plant's voice. It sounds like one of those songs you could listen to when you're out on a road trip, like you're driving cross country and, you got that, that positive mindset. The windows, instead of turning the AC on, you got the windows down and you're just chill, you relax. But Rat Salad, going up against Rat Salad, yeah. There's no lyrics to Rat Salad. It's just Iommi, Butler, and Ward, just doing this instrumental power trio thing. And Bill Ward's drum solo is like, oh man, it's a force to be reckoned with. So I'm going to give that point to Black Sabbath. And now finally, we're at the last 2 songs. Okay, we've got Fairies Wear Boots versus When the Levee Breaks. Now, that sounds like a good song to play when you're in the middle of with friends and you're playing a little bit of D&D. I mean, it's kind of, just that sound, you can just hear Vikings and barbarians and all kinds of soldiers going at it at war. And, it sounds great. I love that song. But, there's also When the Levee Breaks, which is one of my favorite Zeppelin tunes. And, well, I love how it has that old style kind of Southern blues, Robert Plant just wailing away on the harmonica and the vocals. It sounds like an old blues number from the days of, like the South. Like Robert Johnson and Robert Cray, like, old, Sonny Boy Williamson, all those old blues players. I mean, you know what? Because there's a lot of heart and soul, more heart and soul in When the Levee Breaks than there is with Fairies Wear Boots, I gotta give the point to Led Zeppelin. Now, here's where we're at. Both albums are tied at 6 points. See, this is where it's going to be awkward. Fate is going to have to decide on which is the better album. I'll go heads, Black Sabbath, tails, Led Zeppelin. And I'll flip the coin. Here we go. Okay. And the winner is tails, Led Zeppelin. Now, to all you Led Zeppelin fans out there, you could all breathe, you could all relax. Zeppelin 4 won the coin toss. So therefore, we're going to say winner by fate. So there you have it, folks. Led Zeppelin 4 wins by a coin toss. Whew. Oh, man. Whew. It's relaxing to know that it came to a tie, and it's always good that I bring a quarter with me just in case to do a flip. See who's going to win this. So, sorry, Black Sabbath. Led Zeppelin got it. So Led Zeppelin 4 is the winner. Now, I don't love one album more than I love the other. I love them both equally. But, that's why it came to a tie. And, I had to figure out how, because I wanted at least one to come out the winner. It's like an election. Two people, they're running for an office like president or mayor or senator, whatever have you. And only one of them will be the winner. Or if a baseball team or a football team is tied, there's got to be a coin toss on who's going to be the winner. They're going to let fate decide. And also, wanted to let you know, I've been wanting to do some more videos. I've been slacking lately, especially with the weekly narc. Like I said, I'm busy with 2 jobs, and I can't get to everything all at once. I'm trying my best. You're probably wondering, oh, when's he, it's probably going to end up being the monthly narc or something. No, I've got a lot of catching up to do. I got to make more videos. Lately, I've been buying, some old school stuff off of eBay. I got some stuff I want to share with you. And I'm getting ready. One of the things I'm getting ready for is to make a trilogy of Kicking It Old School videos. I was looking back at some of the videos, and I remember the one that I was trying to prepare for last year for summer, which, if you go back to it, it's called Summer Vacation with an 80s Mindset or something. I forgot what I titled it. But, once I saw the video, I wasn't really happy. It was put together too fast. I had all the ideas of what I wanted, with the, how I'm going to put everything together. But summertime is almost here. It is March, and I'm preparing because I'm going to redo. Not only am I going to keep that video on the channel just to use as a template, as a marker, but I'm going to also do a thing on, go on a vacation out of town with a 1970s mindset, or a 1980s mindset, or a 1990s mindset. So I'm getting everything ready for those videos. I'm hoping to put all of them out sometime before the summer or sometime when the summer begins. And, hopefully I can get everything ready and I can do it right this time. Because I'm getting things set up, what to use, how to have a mindset, if you're a Generation Xer like me. I'm a tail end Generation X. I was born in 1978 in the summertime. So, I remember things the way they were, when I saw movies like National Lampoon's Vacation, Summer Rental, or The Great Outdoors. I remember what kind of movies were playing in the 80s, like all them family movies, like that were under the Spielberg banner and everything, Raiders of the Lost Ark and, Back to the Future, Goonies, all that good stuff. But there was also some great stuff from the 70s and the 90s. And I want to show you how to have, remember those vacations you used to take when you were a kid or a teenager, either during the 70s, the 80s, or the 90s. Like using modern stuff like my portable Blu-ray player. I'm getting ready to get a portable Discman. They still actually make those, I found out. But they're priced now at like $20 or up to $30. I remember when they came out in the early 90s, those things were like $50 to $80 a pop. What would be your ideal music? I'd show you what my ideal music is, my ideal movies, what I would have to occupy myself, like on the plane ride or the bus ride or the car ride, whatever have you. Just because, let's put it this way, just like, Principal Strickland in Back to the Future would say, when I made that video, in the words of Principal Strickland, I was a slacker, okay? And I want to do it right this time. And there's a lot of stuff that I bought, that I bought on eBay, to do the video. And it's going to be fun. But until then, I'm going to try and keep on putting out as much content as possible, whether it's Kicking It Old School or the Weekly Narc. So until then, take care of yourself and those you love. Stay cool, stay chill, stay fresh. Play some Atari, play some Nintendo, watch 80s movies, listen to, 70s, 80s, and 90s rock. Watch 70s, 80s, 90s TV. And as always, your old pal, Russell JS, wishing you, as always, Godspeed. May the force be with you always.